Well, good afternoon. I'm Rowena Crosbie. Most people call me Ro. Please feel welcome to do that. And handling change, I think, is a pretty interesting topic. Anybody experiencing any change? Professionally, personally? People join professional associations for two reasons, at least that's what the research says. One of them is networking, and I gotta say, y'all deserve a certificate. We're pulling out extra chairs for you. So you're coming together, you're bringing guests, I congratulate you for doing that. And the second reason we join these professional associations is for education, to shortcut that learning curve that we all have to go through. They say the half-life of knowledge right now is estimated to be 4 years. So here's what that means. For those of you that hire people, if you hire someone with their freshly minted 4-year degree, half of what they learned in year one is not relevant to your business. Said another way, half of what you're learning this year is not going to be relevant 4 years from now. So that's one of the things about the pace of change. That sure wasn't true a few years ago. It's the pace of change that we're going through. So I congratulate you on belonging to what is quite obviously a very robust association. 20 years, congratulations. Long list of people with 5 and 10 years. So, handling change. Here's that technological change line I promised to share with you. This is some of the major technological changes in the last few hundred years. The printing press was in the 1400s. You see some pretty big ones coming along. But actually, we're able to summarize 400 years of change, technological change on one slide. Pace picks up a little bit. We get radio broadcasts, we get TV broadcasts. When researching change, I discovered that people had 50 years to get used to the idea of the television. So they didn't have to get on board with that thing right away. Do you have that long to get used to the ideas and the changes going on in your businesses? Now, I realize some of you may even be too young for this to be true, but for most of us in the room, this is just a snapshot of the changes that have happened in our lifetime, technologically. So no kidding, we're feeling a little bit overwhelmed. I am delighted this is a topic you've picked. I'm going to share with you a little about the process of change, why it's so challenging. I'm going to share with you 3 misconceptions about it, hopefully debunk those, and then hopefully some ideas that perhaps you can implement. And the biggest misunderstanding is this people element. You know, we tend to look at change as, here's the way it was, here's the way it's going to be, here's how we're going to get there, come along. And there's these odd things that happen to people as they're going through change. Can I mess with you a little bit this afternoon? Can I do a little change to you? Well, let's do something fairly simple. Just some of you are already doing this, so you got a head start. Lean back in your chair, get rid of your pens, cross your arms in front of you. How's that feel? Fine, normal, natural. Uncross them. Cross them the other way. How's that feel? Heads think about it, a little uncomfortable. Do another experiment with me. Go ahead and pick up a pen and on your handout or on some scrap of paper, sign your name like as if you're signing a check. Now put the pen in the other hand and do the same thing. Sign your name. You familiar with a guy named Abraham Maslow? He's the guy that said that we have a hierarchy of needs. We have basic needs and affiliation needs, and then we self-actualize. He's also proposed 4 stages we go through when we're learning, and this is the process we go through in any type of a change. We're in a comfort zone, we're completely unconscious, and then somebody demands a change, and we're not even good at it, and as human beings we like to see ourselves as competent, so most of the time we want to go back to stage 1. But if we continue, we eventually become consciously competent. Can anybody guess what the last stage is?
Unconsciously competent.
Thank you. Thanks for driving over from Davenport to help us out. That's the way you drive your car home at night. Have you ever pulled into your driveway and wondered how you got there? And it's not that you were drinking. Well, maybe. But you're unconsciously competent. Your car just knows where to go. Until you move houses. Have any of you moved houses or offices and had your car go take you to the wrong place? And that's what the process of change looks like for us. Because you're consciously competent until you move houses. And that's what's happening in the world today. We're moving houses all the time. And what used to be so comfortable for us, we then have to go back through this learning curve. If you wonder how hard this is, when you get back to your own workspace, wherever your wastebasket is sitting next to your desk, move it to the other side of your desk. Small change. And call me and tell me how long you're throwing garbage on the floor. Because we are unconscious most of the day. Research says about 85% of your day totally unconscious. Kind of stuff. Because that's what the neutral zone looks like. We're just not sure what it's going to be like. Our challenge in going through change ourselves or leading others through it is how do we get people far enough to the neutral zone that returning to the old way is no longer an option. And I know that you've seen that happen with change efforts where people dig in their heels and say, I want it to go back to the way that it was. The third misconception I want to address is this myth about everybody hates change. There's actually some research around that. Let's first of all find out where you are in terms of change readiness.